Fairy lives don't matter today.
It's showtime.
Finished starters all day, king of hearts, we don't play. I will show no remorse if you bring the traitor my way. If you're crossing my land, better understand you ain't safe.
I was gonna wait until... It doesn't matter. What's going on, nomads, party people, and strangers everywhere across the internet, and welcome to the second to last review from Netflix month, which I'm being told can extend into April? We'll see. Where right now we're just gonna be talking about the iffy film that critics hate, but fans and viewers alike love, of Bright. As specified from my reaction in the previous opening scene.
Man, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm... how to put this? We'll get into my feelings about the movie in a moment, but first, I'm going to disregard the 4-step formula I've been doing for the last 2 to 3 reviews, maybe just 2 reviews, and just go forth into how I saw the film, all the stuff I've noticed from said film, and then my feelings. Anyway, how I saw the film. Well, firstly, it seemed like an unfinished world-building mess that was supposed to be what happens when supernatural creatures and humanity start living together, and what will be the outcome if, say, orcs are supposed to be the people we're supposed to dehumanize, and then have it seem like they're the new black people, even though black people and Hispanic people and all other walks of minority life that can be shown in this film are being shit on, making this kind of a moot point for why this should still be even a thing if that's what you're going for. To then go like, let's also disregard the race elements to also go into a weird mix of sci-fi meets cop drama, which goes into the thing of how to balance out 3 different tropes to make it seem like a coherent plot. That's how I saw it from like the trailers alone. Then we're gonna go into the film when I watched it. So basically, it's a film involving a war a long time ago involving humans and supernatural creatures fighting against Voldemort. I mean the evil Dark Lord. I mean Sauron. I mean some kind of malevolent force that was a supreme lord of some sorts. That's what I mean. And after conquering Sauron, I mean Voldemort, I mean Dark Lord of Evil, I mean malevolent force that people call a Dark Lord. That's what I mean. It then becomes sort of a peaceful thing with just resurgence trying to raise their master from the depths of the underworld to make sure that he comes back and enslaves all of humanity and the supernatural world, which is something that you do on your off days. But in the meantime, we gotta focus on a cop drama with this one cop who has a partner he does not like throughout the whole film just because they don't get along over one mishap that happened a while back. And also a race thing, but it's kind of a very weak premise when you think about it. Which then also correlates to stuff about a plucky supporting character that has a mysterious background that no one knows about because they apparently can't speak English for a majority of the goddamn film until it's just so certain. They're just like, okay, speak English in the beginning of the 3rd act. Go.
Oh, that's stupid! Really stupid.
Yeah, this film had a lot of issues, but now we're just gonna go into reviewing stuff from not a critic standpoint, but me as both a watcher as well as an analyst. How did I actually truly feel about this film? Because this is unlike a lot of different reviews I'll be doing for you guys because it needs to be as raw as possible. Frankly, in comparison to what my fellow critics have felt and what my fellow viewers have felt, I'm in between, but I don't think it had a lot of negative connotations as people want to give it. Like, sure, you can point out all the stuff about the weak world building and how the plot seems a tad unfinished, as if they left a lot of plot threads just sitting there waiting to be expanded upon, and how various different character interactions needed a lot more meat and substance. Where if they were to just have this be a prequel film to build up to a trilogy to explain all of the stuff to lead into the Bright system, explaining all of the other sort of things involving how the world is right now with supernaturals involved in human history, even though we had stuff like the Alamo and both the World Wars and the Civil War, the French Revolution, all of these major events still going on, but how did the supernatural creatures affect that scenario to make it happen? There are so many things that were left on the floor that needed to be touched up, dusted, and then reconfigured into a better sort of story narrative, and that's fine. You can obviously fix that because Netflix really wants them to make a sequel and they can do a better job with it. That's not where the stuff comes into play. Instead, you guys have to see it from my own perspective on why I'm not being as harsh on this as I want to be. As an aspiring filmmaker, I'm trying to look up to a lot of people that make their own stories from a unique perspective, that blend together a lot of genres that may or may not work well together to make a cohesive narrative, to make something elevated above its class grade because they believe so firmly in their whole decisions artistically that they want to go that distance. I know firsthand how that goes. It's nothing of an even dance because it's always a struggle artistically to find something that you're so firmly, yes, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to do it, I don't give a damn how it comes out sort of mentality. And to go through on this sort of film with all of the issues that it had, even going forward into it, is astonishingly powerful in and of itself, and why I can't go so harshly on this. I will admit to where its flaws are, but I won't be so critical as to say that it has no merit, it has no taste, and has no substance. It has a lot of things that really give off some decent passion and a lot of stuff that you can admire and respect from how they're trying to enact all that they're trying to do, from their, here's where the cops are, here's where the antagonists are, here's where the MacGuffin / plot device is, and here's where all the intertwining events happen. But that's enough of that. Let's now just wrap this up for where we can close out Bright for now. So, with all that being said and done, and trying to go over all of those factors, I'm going to honestly give this film 7.9 out of 13. I'm going to give it a C+, borderline B-. It's like in between C+, B-. And I'm going to give it 3 3/4, maybe 3 4/5 out of 7-star ratings, just to give it a bit of an oomph factor to it all. Just to give it that small little oomph that it needs. Well, guys, I would love to stay and chat with you all even more on this, but as of this moment in time now, we have to focus on the final review for Netflix month, where it might come out on time for the 30th / 31st, or it might have to come out on Easter Sunday.
You crazy mother...